So they say sailing is fixing things in exotic locations. So this is the system when you haven't got a table long enough.
You just use your string line and you lay it on like that. This is harder than sailing across the Pacific. It's so complicated. Anyway, I'll get there. Usually do. I mastered the Turk set, I can master this.
We're at Seisia and we are just heading into Loyalty Beach to pick up our new spinnaker sock, which has been delivered to the caravan park there, and Patsy's got it for us. And this is the jetty where the, what is it, the ship comes in to deliver, barge comes in to deliver stuff up here to this community up here, because it's pretty remote. And I think that's how they get most of their stuff.
Yeah.
All the supermarket stuff and passengers, some passengers I think, and
yeah.
freight, vehicles, sorts. Can't hang around here because of the crocs. Stop eating quick, I hope. I'm not joking. There are crocs just baking on these beaches here. It's freaky. So, yep, off to get our spinnaker. So I don't know if...
Spinnaker sock.
Oh yeah, so we've come up to Loyalty Beach. We're going to pick up our spinnaker from Patsy at the caravan park. Greg dropped it off there for us. Thank you, Greg. We got it posted to him, and yeah, a bit excited. See. Beautiful place to have a caravan park, and I think it's more or less four-wheel drive access only up here. Could be wrong. All right, better go.
Outback Adventure Treks, first to the top, 2011, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And these are some good and bad memories here.
Yeah?
Yeah, some of these boots were worn by people that broke their legs.
Oh.
Some of these jerseys were worn by guys that broke ribs and all sorts of things. They've had a clean up though. There's all the old stuff's gone. It's only new stuff there now. This is where we used to stay on tours, right here.
Wow.
Oh, they put a new light in. This is one of our old stickers.
What have you got there, babe?
Got a new spinnaker sock and feels like a new battery for a laptop.
Oh gosh, I hope so, because it could be one of three things.
Ah, it's a new battery.
Aussie Dunny. What's going on, babe?
Oh, we got. G'day, mate. A border force visitors. How you going?
Okay, mate, have a chat.
I asked lots of questions. How they're going.
Yeah, they're just making sure everything's kosher. Right, let's open our mail.
Yeah. So what have you got there, babe?
We've got a new spinnaker sock. We bought this from Precision Sales as well.
Yeah. Just been following us up the coast a bit.
Yeah, we've had it delivered all over the joint.
Ooh, very compact. Ah.
Yeah. Wow, it's smooth. Look at that. Oh. Wow, that's beautiful. That's a lot easier to pack because the old one is that big but round.
Yeah.
So it's hard to get into the sail bag. But this is beautiful. I hope there's a pulley in the top. Yep, it does.
Good.
Oh, look at that. It's, oh, look, proper bully. Harkin.
Oh, that's a nice brand.
Yeah.
I know that.
I mean, it's American. It's not Australian, but we didn't buy an Australian product. So, Harkin are beautiful stuff. Oh, look at that. It's all reinforced. That's beautiful. It's well made. So when the wind dies down tonight, I might pop the spinnaker up and change it to a new sock. Actually, I don't need to pop it up to change the sock.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I can just do it in the cockpit here.
Yeah.
Well, that is beautiful. Oh, there's mesh on one side,
Why they do that?
so it dries out. If you go put a wet spinnaker in, it'll dry
clever.
out. Whereas the other one, you gotta. If the spinnaker gets, that's really good. I like that.
Yeah.
It's so sweet. It's all mesh.
So why is it different colour? So you know which way round it is, I suppose.
No, there is no way around.
Okay.
So the wind will blow through it as well, I suppose. It's big mesh, yeah.
So it won't flop. What's in that little pocket then?
Ah, that's clever. It runs so that it doesn't all get tangled in here.
Which is what used to happen, wasn't it?
Which is what you always used to happen when they're old one. That runs on the outside, so you got one inside and one outside. I like it. That's beautifully made. It's all
Oh yeah.
reinforced stitched.
So made by.
So it's made by Atnick. So I'll Google them.
Yeah.
But their product looks sensational.
This place is full of four-wheel drives. So I just went into the Seisia Holiday Park to ask if we could use their washing machines, and we can, so that's fantastic. And also, I just thought I'd ask if we could use the showers or pay to use the showers, and they said, no, use showers, they're free. So thank you. See ya. This is the servo. Managed to just go and fill up the jerry cans. One of many trips. And the caravan park's just opposite. So, see how it's getting on. So it's reasonably convenient to get fuel here, except for the bit where you got to lug it across the sand.
It's alright, you can bring the trolley.
So they say, what is it? Sailing is fixing things in exotic locations. Here we are measuring out the material for the stack packs, and here's the location. So it's a bit tricky because in the boat we don't have a long enough area to do it, and in actual fact here we don't, but we've got space around us, so we're trying to strike the lines so that we can go back to the boat and cut the fabric.
I know. Let's buy a catamaran. We'll have more room to be able to lay it out.
Is that a segue, darling?
No. More news to come later. Righto. This fella came up to me on the beach and he said, oh, is that your tinny? My daughter's lost a thong. Can I borrow it? So he is right out there trying to find it because the tidal flow here is incredible and there's a bit of wind, so pretty hard to find. Hope he finds it.
This is our strip of aluminium that we got in Bunnings for this purpose. As you know, we got it so we could cut with the hot knife.
Right, there we go.
Right, so we just need to put this thing on. It's definitely not the easiest way to do this, especially with wind. I don't.
Naturally.
Okay. So now we've got to do the diagonal. So this is what we're trying to do. We're now up to this bit. Well, we've only got this measurement, so we're now up to this bit on a table that isn't wide enough.
It's easy.
Magnus says it's easy. I'm going to watch and help.
Give me the string.
Right, can you explain? Because I'm really...
You ever built a house
sure.
and done a lot of brickwork and brick paving and tiling and all areas where you need long straight lines? The easiest way is just to get a bit of string, or in this case a bit of rope, thin rope, or as the guy in Mexico called it, he calls everything string. Even the big rope he called string, remember?
Yeah.
So yeah, you use a bit of string and you do a straight line. So here's your end.
Alright, so this is my end. Oh, you're going to attach it. Okay, I'm watching. I'll stop asking questions. This is
Put the
interesting.
camera down, it'd be really...
Oh, okay. So this is the system when you haven't got a table long enough.
You just use your string line and you lay it on like that.
Yeah, so we're just going to mark that out now. Now that we've got one marked out, we can just go back to the boat and do the rest from the boat, because we don't need the big expanse of space to walk backwards and...
So we don't need a catamaran.
Strike the line. So apparently we don't need a catamaran, we're good now. See you back at the boat. What are we doing?
Just packing away all our winter stuff. We don't really need doonas and all that sort of thing. So yeah, it's packing it all away. Best way to pack it away on a boat, of course, is these vacuum bags. They're incredible.
That's really cool.
I've learned before you get it absolutely vacuumed down, flatten it all out, 'cause it's really hard once it's all vacuumed down completely. Now it's all flat, and you can finish the vacuuming. There we go, look at that.
I love it. Job done. Trying to tidy up a bit and make a workstation for the sewing, which will commence shortly. Just going to use a couple of these smaller ones for the pillows. That is a massive pillow. Are you away for thin mint, monsieur? And one more to go. And that job is done. We're now back on the boat and we laid it out on our piece of timber that we bought in Bunnings, and I'm going to start cutting this thing out. It's going to be in lots of little pieces, so here we go. With this hot knife from Sailrite. Oh, that's different.
Don't press.
I know, I'm not pressing.
Sure. Sweet.
The first one. Ready? Don't think it's hot yet. Is it going through?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell. Yep, it is. Wow.
So why do you use the hot knife, Wen?
Because it seals the edges so it doesn't fray. I mean, that's a salvage, but stops it fraying.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, you're dead right. Look at
That's not
that.
supposed to be a right angle.
That's incredible.
All right, now I'm going to move along.
while Wendy's doing important things, I've been doing important things. I've just put a brew of pale ale on. So that's just gone on. We've got our stout here and down there. I'm just gassing that stout. Yeah, that's the little outfit we have here. The brewing corner. So we carry 4 kegs, 4 of these. Oh no, two of the big ones and 2 of the little ones. So that's our little setup for beer on board. I've switched over to using Kveik ale yeast while I'm up here in the tropics, because the problem with normal yeast is that this stuff here that you get with brew kit is that it can't handle high temperatures. It's only good up to about 25 degrees, and whereas the Kveik yeast is good up to about 38 degrees. And the ambient temperature up here, or the water temperature, is sort of 30 to 32. So that's spot on. And this is the brew I've just put down. I'm just doing simple brews. Australian Pale Ale, it's just a canned brew, but nice and simple, because you can't get too fancy on board yet until I get organised.
And because we don't have the luxury of a sail loft with a massive table, we're trying to make this in a boat. To make the other half, the other side, I'm just pinning it to the one that I've already cut out, or we've cut out. And then I'm going to mark it, and then I'm going to cut it out with a hot knife. So that's the best solution that I've got for working in a small space on a boat. So that's where I'm at the moment. So I'm just using the yellow pencil to mark where I've got to cut with the hot knife. And I don't have to cut all of it because I matched it up with the slanty bit there. So yeah, just working my way down, making the most of the space that we have. And that's where I'm at. And then I'll cut it all out and I'll be able to start sewing. Cut out the 2 pieces now for one side and the other side, and I am following along with the Sailrite video, which I've got on my laptop here, and I'm going to mark 13 inches from the angled edge, just like the video. There, so I'm going to make a few of those marks. That wasn't 13 there, was it? That was 11.
Yeah, I didn't think it was 13.
No, it's wrong. I've got that thing the wrong way round. Oh dear. So we'll try again. No, it was right, 13.
Oh yeah.
13 there.
That's 11 on this side.
Ah, confusing. Make a mark, and then I'll just join these up. Yeah, so this is amazing. This, whatever this thing's called, this ruler thing, it's just so easy. You use one of these for quilting, so it's just a quilting thing. And then we join them up. But I'll join them up now with our big aluminium one that we bought for the job. So that goes there, that goes there. Strike a line, and I'll work my way along 13 inches from the angled edge. And just cut the little bits of sailcloth to reinforce the stack packs. What are you making?
Well, I've got this spare bit of string left over, so I'm making a placemat for the table for hot things. And making one of these is actually, this is harder than sailing across the Pacific. It's so complicated. Anyway, I'll get there. Usually do. I mastered the Turk set, I can master this. Well, I started with 5 meters of rope. I thought, yeah, that'll make it really good size for like a fry pan. And that's what we ended up with. And that's the size of my hand. So we ended up with, that's 5.
A cup one.
That is 5 meters, 15 feet of rope. And it doesn't even cover my hand, look.
Oh, it's beautiful though.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Bit of a surprise, huh?
I knew it would use up rope, but like 5 meters, 15 feet of rope. That's incredible. Anyway, there's your hot mat for a very small fry pan. Fry pan for one.
Ship's coming in. That's the ship coming in. Just in case.
You didn't see it on the chart,
Yeah.
so we'll acknowledge that so it won't make any more noises. There we go. You love that stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
Does it make life easy?
Well, it makes life possible. Because you can't put pins in a lot of this. Well, I can because it's not Sunbrella, but with Sunbrella you can't, so you've got to use the sticky stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, so, getting there.
And there are 2 different widths of it, I see.
Yes,
How come you use a wider one?
because that's what it says on the video.
Alright. What are you doing, Len?
I'm putting the zip in, it's getting quite exciting now. It's actually starting to look like a stack pack.
Is it called a zipper?
Oh yeah, the zipper. Putting the zipper in.
That's how he says it on the video.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
So, following the video but making my own modifications for ease. There's a lot of it, and this is the little one. I haven't even made the big one yet. I'm just about to make the bolt rope for the bottom. Put it here somewhere. Instructions over there. Sewing in the middle. Marking and cutting here. This is the bit of timber that we got in Bunnings. Very handy having a little bit of timber on board for this kind of thing. And that's the bolt rope. So,
And I'm staying out of the way. I'm staying out of the way planning the next part of the trip.
yeah. So that's where I'm up to. Just keep on keeping on. What's happening?
Going to the fishing club for a beer and a hamburger.
This is the place we're going to have a drink and something to eat. It's beautiful. I'm not sure if it's open. Well, that was closed. So we're going to hop back in, Peanut, and go down the road a bit and have a burger and chips from the kiosk instead. Where's your burger?
Oh, I haven't opened it. It weighs about 1.5 kilos. A ripper. A ripper.
Wow. Everything.
That's the biggest burger I've had for ages.
It's all quiet now, apart from the hum of the ship. And it's the first day of the Olympics today. When you make 2 sail packs, what are they called?
Stack packs.
When you make 2 stack packs, you get through a lot of thread. So I decided to wind a load of bobbins on in one go. It's a bit quicker. I'm nearly finished. Just put the bolt rope in, and we're going to go and check it against the sail, and then there's a few bits of strapping to put in, and the front bit, or what's it called, the mast cover.
Front bit of the mast, yeah.
And it's done. So we're doing a dry fit of the sail pack so that we can work out this section. So that's the next bit. But obviously it's hard to do because the laser jacks are on. So we're going to work out where the laser jack's going to go through the sail pack and design the end. How's it looking? Is it fitting?
Looking like a finger in a bum, darling.
Wow, look at that. It's quite a tight fit though, isn't it?
No, it's all the saggy daggy.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. We're going to move that one over, weren't you?
Yeah, one there.
Okay, cool.
There we go.
Are we done?
Yeah, take it off.
Just got to put the laser jack holes in.
While Wendy's been busy making the stack packs today and sewing, I thought I'd make some biscuits. And then a lovely olive bread. Should be ready in about half an hour.
What are you up to, darling?
What am I up to? I'm making these special little thingos. These are for, because our bits of pipe that we couldn't get long enough. We could only get 3 metre lengths, and we need slightly longer than 3 metres. So this, I've cut a bit of the pipe off, and then I've cut a section out, and then that's going to squeeze together and fit inside so that we can join the sections together nice and strong. That'll be glued, PVA glue, and then we can extend this section.
And that's for the laser jacks?
For the
stack packs?
Stack packs, to give them like rigidity. That's a big word, wasn't it? Yeah. So that's what I'm up to, making a couple of joiners. This is why women live longer than men.
Got to do 12 of these for the laser jacks to go through. So I've made a jig here. Is that what it's called?
Well, a couple of lines on a piece of plywood, but it's a pretty good jig. And you've got to have some homemade stout to go with olive bread with butter. Look at that. Hey? Not everybody has a keg on board. Cheers, not bad.
I'm just putting in the reinforcement for the holes for the lazy jacks, and we are nearly done. Only one set to go, and then we're going to dry test it again. Got anything to say?
This is looking amazing. I've got to say.
So we're just doing the last dry fit now of the stack pack. I'm just got to mark where the
Lazy jacks.
no, the what do you call it, straps at the front need to clip on. But it looks like it's long enough. So I just put the plastic piping in. Seems to fit pretty well, so that's good. Oh, it's taken almost 3 days to make this. And then we're going to make that one, which is probably another half again. What are you doing now?
Let's put the lazy jacks, feeding them through these beautifully constructed, look at this. Beautifully constructed.
I would laugh if that's the worst one that you just showed.
They're all beautiful, dear. So what I am going to do further down the track, once we can get some stainless steel, 316 stainless steel grommets, eyelets, is put eyelets in here where these come through, just to make them a bit neater. Not saying
Does
that
that
Wendy
just finish in a knot, or does it come back up and out again?
comes back up.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay, really?
We finish it in a bow line in a minute
Oh my
when I
God.
do it properly. I'm
Okay,
just
that's how you do it.
getting more roughly.
I wasn't sure.
Roughly.
That's a lot of force on a bit of fabric, though, isn't it? Really?
Well, it's,
Or is it?
it's hanging around the pipe, so.
Yeah, but that 1 centimetre from
Yeah,
the front is going to be
I
putting
know.
a lot of stress on it. But anyway, that's the design that we've gone for, and we will reinforce it in the future. It's just better than no silk pack, cover packs.
Oh, you've done so well. These are like professional.
Thanks, babe.
Grand zip up.
It's not really a reveal, is it? It's just hope it fits. Time. And then the Mizzen can be trained. Still very crispy.
It's so crispy. It'll be easy when I get these lazy jacks up higher.
Yeah.
Get the sail in.